It is 2:40 a.m. The house is quiet, the lights are off, and there is a modern compulsion to see what hides on the internet. To explore those hidden corners, you equip yourself with a standard cybersecurity stack, a secure browser, and a VPN to mask your location. These tools provide a sense of invulnerability, acting as a digital cloak for your identity. However, these defenses are subject to endpoint vulnerability. Endpoint vulnerability is a security gap where encryption only protects data while it is in transit, leaving the physical device exposed. When you click a link from an untrusted source, you are essentially opening the padlock from the inside. The most robust VPN cannot stop a threat that you have explicitly invited in. Curiosity has a way of convincing us to bypass our own safeguards. At this stage, the failure isn't in the software, it's in the decision to open the door to a threat. The encounter begins with a nameless link found deep in the dark web. It is a string of random characters with no description, appearing at the exact hour when judgment is most likely to lapse. The page loads into a total void, a black background with no images or text, save for the cryptic promise of live access. The prompt is a direct ultimatum. To gain access to the feed, you must grant the site access to your own camera. It is a transactional threat. The price of seeing is the loss of your own privacy. There is a moment of hesitation as the cold reality of that trade sinks in, but the desire to know what is on the other side is stronger than the instinct for caution. You press allow. This is the core of social engineering. Social engineering is the psychological manipulation of people into performing actions or divulging confidential information. By clicking, you've turned your hardware into a weapon that the attacker can now use against you. Your camera light activates, and a grainy video feed appears. It shows a dimly lit room with a single empty chair facing the lens. A tall man in dark clothing walks into the frame and sits down. He looks directly at the camera. He isn't looking at a screen, he's making eye contact with you. The man smiles and waves. You haven't made a sound and you haven't typed a word. He is reacting to your presence in real time, even though your browser hasn't yet confirmed a stable connection. Then your phone buzzes with 2 delayed notifications: connection established and session started. The man leans forward and whispers that you are late. The screen splits. The man watches. You see your own feed, your room displayed back to you. This occurs because the allow button executed a bidirectional payload. A bidirectional payload is a malicious script that opens a 2-way communication channel, allowing the attacker to extract your video feed while simultaneously gaining root control over your device's operating system. The distance you thought you had is gone. You are no longer an anonymous observer. You are the subject of the man's feed. The threat moves from the screen into your room. The smart bulbs in your ceiling begin to flicker, responding to commands sent through your device. The man on the screen tells you to turn around. The psychological pressure is immediate, making your own bedroom feel like a trap. A second video feed opens. It shows your own hallway, looking toward your bedroom door. Someone is holding a camera, moving slowly through your house. This escalation is lateral network pivoting, a technique where an attacker uses a compromised device to exploit your smart home hub. Controlling the hub grants access to connected devices, hijacking security cameras and door locks to create a personal surveillance network. On the screen, the hallway camera stops right outside your door. The man says you should have turned around. Then the silence is broken by the mechanical click of your bedroom door handle. A simple webcam exploit has bridged the gap into your physical world. The barrier between your online activity and physical safety has been completely erased. The feed cuts to static, and the phone goes black. You spend the next few days in a state of hypervigilance, disconnecting your router and convincing yourself the experience was a digital prank designed to scare you. 3 nights later, at exactly 2:40 a.m., your phone powers on by itself. The screen bypasses your lock code and reloads the dark web page. The black UI is back, but the text has changed. It now says, "Your turn to host." The camera turns on, revealing the same empty chair from the first night. But as you watch the screen, you see yourself walk into the frame. You sit in the chair and smile at the lens. This is botnet assimilation. Botnet assimilation is the process where a compromised user is integrated into a network of remotely controlled computers to perform tasks for the attacker. You are no longer the target. You have become a part of the infrastructure used to trap the next person. The hijacking of your identity is now complete. By peering too deeply into the dark web, you have been drafted into the very system that once hunted you.